its affiliates, or sponsors.
Yeah, man. From parliament to pavement, from the classroom to corner shop, this is where real talk start. Heavy and TC, the future of talk. Monday to Friday, the people tune in. Bring the reason. Let the truth begin. Politics, justice, and social repair. Education, sport. Yeah, we go in there. The voices of young and elders too. Solutions rising like morning dew. This is the future.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to each and everyone locked on. Welcome to the Future of Talk, the #1 afternoon talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm your host, Heavy Duty, and my co-host, TC, will not be with me today, right? Unfortunately. TC father has passed away, so TC is on bereavement, right? So I will be holding it down, right? And I just want to say live on air condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Mendoza, right? And just my deepest and heartfelt condolences goes out to him, right? And the family. Also, I want to say good afternoon to all those of you locked on the cable channels, on Digicel on channel 32, on Green Dot on channel 66, on Ampli on channel 116, and on Airlink on channel 25. Also got to say good afternoon to those of you locked on in Tobago, and of course those of you locked on all across the world via the World Wide Web on YouTube. Now, for those of you who are concerned, we have a new YouTube page. It's realtv.tt. So to look for us on YouTube is realtv.tt. And I would like you guys to subscribe, like, and share our new YouTube page. Yeah, and the reason why we have a new YouTube page is because the same people, I don't care what they say, the same PNM people that reported our TikTok page and got us banned, reported our YouTube page and got us banned from YouTube till 2030. So we had to open a new YouTube channel, a new YouTube page to broadcast from. So for those of you who don't know us yet, please send a message to everyone that we are on realtv.tt. That's realtv.tt, and you're going to find us, right, or find our show on that new YouTube page. Once again, our old YouTube page was reported, right, and because of that, YouTube has taken it down, right, and ban it until 2030, right, because of people reporting that page because they don't like what we are saying, right? And it's unfortunate that we know not everyone going to like what is being said here because the truth is unbelievable and the truth is offend, right? But don't worry, we're on our new YouTube page, which is realtv.tt. Okay? So tell a friend to tell a friend that we are on realtv.tt. And let me see if I could let's see if I could go right ahead and share this page. So I'm going to share this on all on the chats so that everyone going to find us right here, right? So today I have some good news today, and I want to say over the weekend I would have went to a an emancipation celebration on Saturday in the St. Joseph constituency, and I hosted that event, and it was very successful. It could have dealt with a little more people, but it had an okay crowd. And I also say when I met the minister there, the MP for St. Joseph, Davis Maharaj, and I also met MP for St. Augustine, which is Khadija Amin, also to Senator Brian Big, he was there also, and a lot of other people who was there came out and supported the cultural show there in St. Joseph at the park. And I must say it was a very nice experience and it was well attended, and I want to say good afternoon to everyone who came out and support that. Right? And also on Sunday, there was another emancipation show in Barataria under the MP for Sawa Barataria, which was Saddam Hussein, and that took place at the Barataria Community Center in 6th Avenue. And that also was a successful venture. I want to say thank you to the people who came out and supported that also. Right? That being said, I learned over the weekend that give me a minute there, I'm going to just check something here. Yes, I learned over the weekend that our government, under our leadership, under the leadership of Kamla Persaud-Bissessar, signed an agreement with the Afro-Exim Bank. That's the African Exim Bank. It's the same bank that Dr. Rowley and the PNM government didn't want to sign onto. And I want to explain to you guys how important this bank is. This bank is actually coming to the Caribbean diaspora, right, and offering loans, right, to Afro businessmen in the diaspora to expand or even do business in Africa. And they're giving loans. That's the Afro-Femex Bank. Afro-Exim Bank. Sorry. So this bank, I think the least amount you can get is $50 million US. That's the least amount you're getting. Right? And this is to expand your business so that you can have direct trade and business in between the Caribbean and Africa and African states. Right? And all the Caribbean countries except us and Jamaica didn't sign on to that bank. Matter of fact, Dr. Rowley make excuses about taxes and this and that and all kind of stupidness not to sign on to the bank. And Jamaica earlier on this year signed on, right? And now our country has signed on to the Afro-Exim Bank. And I heard this over the weekend. And the Afro-Exim Bank, the president or the vice president came here and had a meeting with our prime minister during the Emancipation weekend celebration. And they were willing to offer over $1 billion, right, in investment, right, in Trinidad and Tobago. Over $1 billion US. But when they came here and they saw all the African culture and all the celebrations for the Emancipation procession and stuff, they raised it to $3.5 billion US in investment in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to congratulate our leadership and our Prime Minister on that great move. Right? Also, let's see if I get the article. There's an article that I read last week, and I wanted to come here today and highlight it. Right? Right. ExxonMobil, which is the big oil company who's right now is in Guyana, is in talks with Trinidad and Tobago for deep water blocks. Right? ExxonMobil is in talks right now with Trinidad and Tobago for the deep water blocks. Right? So let me read a part of that article so that you guys can understand what's going on. Right? And the article was done on July 22nd, 2025. Reuters from ExxonMobil has reported that two sources have indicated that ExxonMobil has begun negotiations with Trinidad and Tobago government to explore for oil and gas in up to 7 deep water blocks off the east coast of the country. Let me put my glasses. I'm fighting to read this thing here. Right. The sources told Reuters that the areas Exxon is interested in are located north of the company's prolific Stabroek block in Guyana. Exxon has to be extremely successful in neighboring Guyana, discovering more than 11 billion barrels of recoverable oil and gas in that Stabroek block, with partners CNOOC and Hess, who have just been purchased by Chevron. Right? So, according to Trinidad's laws, the government can individually negotiate areas of exploration and production if they are not included in a competitive bidding round. While TNT currently has a deepwater bid round open, Reuters claimed that the block that Exxon are interested in are not on the offer. So we have that right there is good news. That means that we are on the way up. Right? If we could broker a deal with ExxonMobil for those deep water blocks, those 7 deep water blocks for oil and gas, right? And we get back the Petrotrin refinery up and running, we'll be heading to good. We're looking good for the future. We are looking good for the future if these things come to pass. Right? And this is not no deal with Venezuela. This is our stuff here that we get signed on to and sell. Okay? They're not a jargon deal. Yes. So another article here, right? Yes, Kamala in high-level talks with the Afri-Femex bank officials. Yes, I read that earlier on. Right? So, I just want to let you guys know some good news that is happening for our country that could secure economic growth. So we have made a deal with the Afri-Femex, the Afro-XM Bank, and we are in talks with ExxonMobil for deep water drilling on 7 blocks for oil and gas. Once we negotiate, and the negotiation is in good standings, we are looking good for the future. Right? So, Director, I want to open the phone lines. Right? Let me send the link. A lot of people is asking for the new link for the show. Let me see if this is the link. Right? So allow me to take some phone calls in the meantime. The numbers to call 744-7325. That's 744-7325. Right? You can call me right now, live on the show. So, Director, once they come in, send them in. Good afternoon, caller.
Pleasant afternoon to you, dear Brother Heaven.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Brother Demorius Orsley.
Oh yeah, and TC,
Yep,
you read something just now in regards to the African bond,
yep.
and that bring back memory.
Yes, my brother.
I'll tell you this, around that time was only Debbie from yourself. I think the only media house was discussing that was yourself and TC.
Yes,
I
correct.
remember the same thing. And I think I was the person to bring it to your studio. And you know what had happened to me after that. I don't want to go back into that.
Yeah,
I want to say this. I mean, yourself, TC, and myself should be given the opportunity to meet that man. And I'm saying this, I'll tell you why. When no one wanted to discuss this, no talk host, no media houses, I remember this thinking. We use that as a marathon.
yep,
And listen to me.
yep.
No media house, no talk show, no activist was discussing this. This was nowhere in TikTok, nowhere on Facebook, and we jammed that evening upon evening until you interview Harry Boris, and Harry Boris was clear to show him in the interview.
Yes.
I remember the same thing.
We also interviewed David Mohammed.
Oh yes, oh yes. So what I'm saying to the powers that be and the people that listen, get Brother TC, Brother Heavy, and Mr. Tabaki to meet that man to tell him the struggle and despite we put up to get that African bank in Trinidad. Tabaki Kaltenon. I thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, very brother. Yes, man. Tabakichi remembered when I, TC, and myself was letting Trinidad and Tobago know about this Afro XM Bank, right? And I want to thank Tabaki because Tabaki highlighted that to us. And I went and did the research, and I got all the information, and we came on the show and we discussed it. And that we were the only media house discussing that, right? And I invited Harvey Boris in an interview, and I also invited Dr. David Mohammed. Caller.
Listen, evening, FBMTC, wherever it is.
Yes, good afternoon, Defender.
Well, I come with a spin on this, right? Because you know, I told the truth. We don't want to.
Yes.
We told no lie. I told the truth for my country. And today, Abby,
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in David Mohammed. Very, very disappointed. Because after seeing this wonderful meeting our Prime Minister had, we are pressed for David Mohammed to come on his program and talk that standing ground law is racist law. Heavy today, I am very disappointed in David Mohammed.
Wait. He said that?
No, I don't come with stupid talk. No, I don't come with stupid talk, Heavy.
Yeah.
Saturday, David Mohammed had a program. I tried all out to call him. I don't know if I was screening or call, but I was very disappointed. And I let him know on his private phone how disappointed I was. Because Heavy, David Mohammed on fighting the government, last government, previous government for 4 years.
Yeah.
For this Afro Zimba. And an East Indian Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamla Prasad, SCMD, took the bold stance to make a step towards that bank for African people.
Yeah.
And not even African. And all David Mohammed can come and say on Saturday morning, is standing a ground law is racist. I find that very hypocritical.
Wow.
I'm going to ask myself if David Mohammed love me and then we love Africa. Because nobody was making us that noise every.
Yeah.
When you say, purposely denying this bank access to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
They was talking in little pockets.
Wow.
And David Mohammed to say, stand your ground law is racist. Kevin, what you doing in my house?
But how Samuel ground law could be racist? How?
What he's trying to say, African people mostly do crime, so it's a racist law. Kevin, send them to do crime.
Exactly. But who tell? So leave the people in the homes vulnerable for people to come and take advantage of them and rob them.
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling you today. I am standing against him because he's disappointing as an African man.
Nah, man. This is shocking to me. This is shocking to me.
If it was shocking to you, you can imagine me. Because you know, I cannot wait till you listen to 919 again, but I was so glad to listen to Saturday because he said Jenny coming to somebody and Fred Jim back. And the fact that he's saying your Prime Minister said she would have fight for reparations.
Yes.
For African people.
I forgot to mention that. She's going to fight for reparations for the African people in Trinidad and Tobago.
I was so proud of my Prime Minister as an African man.
Yeah.
And David Mohammed can only come and say that some law is racist. I mean, it's very easy, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. I don't understand how. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I don't understand how he reached there. I don't think this Sanya Grong legislation is directly attacking any particular ethnic group. The law is for anybody that comes into your property to invade your house and your home, regardless of what color, creed, or race. You have the right to defend you and your family. Caller? Oh, we're going for a break. So, people, we're going to take one more call and then we're going to go for a break. Take the call.
Yes, Mr. Heavy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I heard this evening what Dr. David Mohammed said. I was so shocked. He said that the standard ground law is a racist law that is African. But I want to draw another thing into it. How many East Indian homes that are aided or home in by the African community? I'm not speaking about all the African, but criminal element country. It's not a racist thing if the South State is a racist thing too.
Yep.
Right, but then why are you getting done like Mr. Mohammed be taken this far? That division again is going to and again, she's looking at reparations for the Africans. What is wrong with this man? I want to tell you, this guy is regurgitated because there's no one who answered out nonsense. But you get this guy, it's nonsense.
Yeah. I really disappointed. I am so disappointed. I am disappointed to hear this afternoon because I want to tell you guys, I want to tell the people, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go for the break. When I come back, director, take the break. When we come back, we go continue this.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy NTC, now it's return.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Richie Bansraj, and I'm here to introduce you to Rise Up, the voice of men and youth. Now, who am I? I am the Caribbean ambassador for the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Men and Boys. I'm also the Global Ambassador for World Day of the Boy Child. I'm also the High Commissioner for International Men's Day. So this show is going to encompass discussion around positive asset-based youth development. We want to hear the voices of the youth So we want to portray all of these issues and find solutions. Same goes for issues that are faced by our men and boys in society. We also want to highlight those issues, highlight the good and highlight the bad that our men and boys face in Trinidad and Tobago society. So, Rise Up, the voice of men and youth is coming soon to Real TV.
Welcome to Real TV, where real stories come to life. We bring you the latest news, breaking headlines, and the stories that matter most. Need lifestyle tips? We've got those too, from wellness to daily hacks that make life better. Stay informed, stay inspired, and most of all, let your voice be heard. Real TV connects you to the world's knowledge anytime, anywhere. So check out our YouTube channel today, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We invite you to join us on YouTube at RealTV-TNT. You can also view our channel on your local cable networks.
Health shouldn't be confusing. That's why I'm here. I'm Dr. Nicholas Maraj, an internal medicine and neurology specialist. Join me on The Prescription, where we simplify medicine, from diabetes and dementia to high blood pressure and stress, so you can make the best decisions about your wellness. No jargon, just straight facts, from me to you. Tune in to The Prescription on Real TV, Wednesdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for expert insight, practical tips, and honest conversations about your health.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy NTC, now it's we turn.
Good afternoon again. Right, so we are back. And I just want to say this, right? Brother David Muhammad is my personal friend, right? He's also my mentor. And when I say my mentor, I learned a lot, especially history-wise, with regards to the politics of Trinidad and Tobago, and even with regards to the 1970s Black Power movement and the history behind that. And he put me on to some other people to get information about that era, about the politics of Trinidad and Tobago from the past, in the time of Dr. Eric Williams and when we became independent and a republic. And I got a lot of information from Dr. David Muhammad, right? So in no way I am bashing him, right? I will never do that because I respect him as a man of integrity. I'm also down for his cause, which is the upliftment of Black Afro-Trinidadians in this diaspora, right? And I understand his fight, right? However, I think with regards to the stand your ground law, I think he's looking at it from a different perspective, right? And I didn't get to watch his show on Saturday, so I didn't get to listen to his show on Saturday. Normally I do listen, but I didn't get to listen to his show on Saturday, so I don't have that information of what he was talking about, right? But my good friend Defender will not call his show and give me wrong information either. So all I'm going to say is, if Brother David Muhammad did say that he's against this stand your ground law because he believed that it is racial, right? I want to tell my brother, right? I think we have to disagree on this one, right? In no way in no way myself will advocate or even recommend that laws be put on the books to kill or bring down my Afro brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago, or the people who were poor and downtrodden. I consider myself the defender of the people, especially poor people in Trinidad and Tobago. I believe, and I want everybody to hear me out here today, I believe this country has so much wealth that it shouldn't have no poor people here. I believe that everybody should have a home, proper running water, proper electricity, a well-paying job, or if not, good social services that you shouldn't, whatever you're working for could mind you and the entire family and could still save something, right? I believe it shouldn't have no unemployed people and no poor people in this country. I believe all Trinidadians are supposed to be living comfortable. Everybody have their own house, living comfortable with a family, have their own vehicle, good education. You know, nobody had to go and rob and go and break in nobody's house and be. It shouldn't have no crime here either, right? Where there is injustice and inequality, that is where crime steps in. That is where crime steps in, when there's inequality and injustice. Right? And we all know that inequality and injustice and that nepotism and favoritism is what the PNM thrive on. That is PNM policy 101. Right? So the reason why we have such high level of home invasions and robberies and larcenies and car thefts and kidnapping and murders in this country is because of the inequality. Inequality and injustice that it have here in Trinidad and Tobago. And this have nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with race. But you know why we Afro-Trinidadians are going to be blamed or are going to be looked upon like we are the one that could do all the crime and doing all the murders? Because we are the one that the PNM put at the bottom of the economic ladder in this country. We are the only ethnic group that have the least amount of entrepreneurs, big businessmen. We have the least amount of people that how to put it, boy? I don't know how to put it, but I just talk in plain. It was deliberately done to us that we have to stay at a particular class. Because I'm going to tell you something. We divided more by class than by race in this country. I will tell anybody, we don't have a racial problem here, no. We have a class problem here. Because you know what? A rich East Indian, a rich black man, and a rich Syrian will line talk and be best friends. But you'll never see none of the rich of them be good friends with a poor person. Unless them working for them or had something to give them. We divided by that. And this economic system that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago is not benefiting the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. As I make reference to countries like Qatar and Dubai and Singapore and New Zealand and all these other oil-rich countries across the world, they manage their oil and gas so properly that their citizens don't have to work or don't have to work as hard. They have, their crime rate is like 1.5% or 0.5% crime in those countries because nobody there has to go and rob or kill nobody. Nobody's there left wanted. Nobody's there on the street begging for something. But because of what happened to us here in this country of Trinidad and Tobago, this is where we reach to. And we have a lot of mess to clean up. A lot of mess to clean up. And I want to know, is the problem? We have been in this mess for so long that the people who are going to try to clean it up, right, is going to be chastised, dragged, and fight against for cleaning it up. Because a lot of people have a vested interest in leaving it how it is because they're making money and they're getting rich of leaving it just how it is, corrupt. A lot of people is eating our food by leaving this country corrupt. Leaving it just how it is because they don't care about the poor man. They don't care about the Afro-Trinidadians who are poor and below the poverty line and who are on the street begging, or the Indo-Trinidadians who are poor. They don't care about them. As far as they're concerned, them are the problem. All of them can dead. They don't care. They don't care. Once they're eating, once they can pick up the phone and call somebody and say, hey, I come and I want to get so. Once they can call and get a contract, once they can call and get an open door or a loophole so that they can get through, to hell with everybody else. To hell with everybody else. And that's the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. So, Brother David Mohammed, I saw you feel that way, right? But I believe this Stand Your Ground Act is one of many things that's supposed to be implemented in Trinidad and Tobago to at least help curb this high crime and murder rate that we have here. We're going to open back the phone lines now. The numbers to call 7447-325. We're switching gears in the next hour, so let me take some calls here now one time. Right? And I want to say thank you to our leader for signing on to the Afro-XM Bank and also for trying to get reparations for Afro or Black Trinidad. I don't like to say Black people. I like to say Afro-Trinis in this diaspora. And this is something that Mia Motley had signed on to and was fighting for since 2017, 2018. I watched a video with Mia Motley in the UK being interviewed and talking about reparations for the people of Barbados. Caller. Oh, the caller left. Right? So the lines are open. Right? I'm going to go back on the YouTube and see how the YouTube looking. As you get the call, send them in. As you get the call, send them in. To the people, caller.
Harry.
Yes, my brother.
Harry.
Yes, sir.
And that guy is on YouTube. Oh, you get it.
You're not getting me on YouTube?
No.
Try the old YouTube.
Oh, there's a new YouTube link, right? It's realtv.tt.
realtv.tt.
Yeah, realtv.tt.
No, all again and that is I was on.
No, I'll give you the new link. You have to type it in. Right? The new link you have to type it in is realtv.tt.
Yeah, but realtv.tt, not TNT.
You get it?
All right, go ahead.
All right, check it out then now. Yeah. Thank you, caller. So everyone, we have a new YouTube page. It's realtv.tt. Okay? Our old page have been blocked by YouTube because a lot of, PNM people reporting our show, and because of that, they're blocking us because they don't want to see our numbers grow.
Block until 2030.
And we are blocked until 2030. Right? Which is so this is our new Real TV page.
Block for term. We block
Caller.
our term in government.
Yeah, we block our whole term in government. Caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, boy, David Mohammed, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
David Mohammed, shame. And what David Mohammed doing? He must include people and them. He's more liability to be Afro and them than anything else. When Kamala bring the get bank, you know, he tried to cut around it last week Friday when he was talking about it. And it was so bright. And I lost exposed the eyes of these men. I'll make him out and PC was talking about David, do try that and do try that. Because it's shame. Because the Indian had to bring it as that's what they put it, putting in their terminology. Thank you.
All right, caller. All right, caller. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. And I want to ease up on the David Mohammed bashing. Right? Please don't do that on my show. Okay? As I said, he is entitled to his views. Right? Although I might not agree with it, it wouldn't be like a bashing him show. Caller.
Yes, Eddie. You're saying something there, but I'm not tell you the problem right now. The problem is white-collar crime. When we get a handle on white-collar crime, because white-collar crime fuels the normal crime. Right?
Yep.
And right now, $600 billion spent for the last 10 years. And we can't see that money, where that money gone. Right? So that is the problem. And that's why every time the PNM is in power, we hide to the crime and murders. Because they have the first, second, and third highest murder in the history of Southern India. I know if you want to call it because what I want to say, I will think I'm wrong. Right? But that's the problem, Heavy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
All right, no problem. Okay, somebody is saying, Director, somebody is saying to put up the, if you can put up realtv.tt on the screen so the listeners and them can see it. Okay. Right? What they're saying, when they click on the, well, I sent out the link, but they say when they type in realtv.tt, they're seeing conversation with Zelisha, right? Which is the show earlier on today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to refresh my YouTube.
And
right?
You seen it?
Huh?
You seen it?
I seen myself on.
I seen you on too.
Yeah, but they say when people type in.
Live, that hit live.
Huh?
They must hit live.
Oh, they hit the live button.
Yes, they must.
Okay, so when you type in realtv.tt, right? And you click on it, yes, you're going to see conversation with Zelisha come up, but click, you will see something marked live in a circle with Real TV logo. Hit the live, and you're going to see me on live in the studio.
Yeah, but I'll put it up on the screen here.
Right? I understand what you say. When you go on the page, yes, you're going to see the first video, mark up conversation with Zelisha. But if you will see something marked live in red, wrong the Real TV logo, it marked live just below it. Click on that, just touch the live, and you're going to come up, you're going to see me live in studio here now. Right? Yeah. So the director, I'm going to put up the new link. Yes, that's the new link right there, realtv.tt. That's realtv.tt. Right? Check us out on YouTube. Caller.
Yeah, afternoon again.
Yes, good afternoon.
Right, so while you are saying do not bash David Mohammed, I can agree to you in one way, but I like to say something.
Yeah.
White collar crime. White collar crime has been around as long as that colonialism in this country, right?
Yes.
But there was white collar crime, the worst of the white collar crime. And for the last 9 years was committed by the Black People Party. So while white collar crime, I will say it comes from that. Look at people who have been in the government for the last 9 years. and tell me it was white collar crime committed by white people or by black people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the narrative that is being spewed, have a nice call? Oh, we are to go for the top of the hour. Okay, so we're going for the top of the hour, right? And when we come back, I'm going to just make a brief editorial, and then we're going to be switching gears. Okay? Keep it locked right here.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy NTC, now it's we turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my supreme and extraordinary pleasure to invite you to join us on Real TV every Wednesday at 2 p.m. for this special, spectacular program called Inspired. We will bring hope to the hopeless, joy to the sorrowful. We will bring satisfaction to those who are depressed and anxious. You just can't afford to miss it. And you have to tell your family members, your friends, and your enemies that every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Real TV, we have real inspiration. The title of the program is Inspired. See you there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jonathan Barron. Join me right here on Real TV every Friday during our 6 o'clock major news. I'll be bringing you updates and market insights to wrap up your week. Don't miss it right here on Real TV.
A pleasant good day to one and all. I am Pastor John Arjun, pastor and founder of Passion for His Presence Ministries. I am so happy and delighted that you could join me here on Real TV every Sunday morning at 7 for the inspirational program Breakfast and Bible. I am so happy and delighted also to come into your homes, to come into your television sets on Sunday mornings at 7 for the program Breakfast and Bible on Real TV.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy NTC, now it's we turn.
Okay, director, I sent you a video. I needed to load it up. Right? So we are back. Right? So I am seeing this all over social media, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. And the stupid narrative that is being spewed by PNM supporters is that the UNC is bringing this stand your ground legislation so that they can give only East Indian people guns to kill black people. And I, seeing this, want to vomit. When will it end? When will we wake up? Eh? When? Because that cannot be making no logical sense. And I don't know, but I don't want to believe that my good friend, Brother David Mohammed, buy into that narrative also. I don't want to believe that someone whispered in his ears and said, you know, probably this law is for the government to just give East Indian people guns to kill black people. I can remember the previous government, that leader, I don't even want to call his name, the bald-head man, said on a platform that, oh, they want to bring Sunday ground legislation so that they could kill a man for thieving a Zabaka. What about trying to implement initiatives and opportunities so that a lot of these young black men can come off a life of crime and put on the guns and get something to do and live a better life than going down the road of crime? And if the police service and all the laws that we already have on the books is not a deterrent for a man to think twice about going into someone's home, to break into someone's home in the wee hours of the night and in the morning and tie them up, put them to lie down, beat them up, abuse them, rape the children, rape the family, rape the wives and all these things, take everything that they want in the house and leave them for dead. I cannot fathom or support that in my country. And I don't care who doing it and whatever race or color creed they are. My concern is the victims. And I think they should cease and desist in my country. And if the government is going to put a law or pass legislation to at least give the victim a fighting chance when these circumstances happen, or to deter people from going into people's homes and in the property, well, so be it. And I stick into that. Moving along. I said in this hour I'm going to be switching gears. Have a call? All right, take the call. Caller.
Heavy, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, well, I see you alone this evening.
Yes.
I hope TC all right.
Yeah, TC all right. TC father passed away, so he's taking some bereavement.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. Sympathy, please, sympathy.
Yeah.
Yes. Heavy, I totally agree with all what you're saying. And let me tell you, don't care how long you know a person, you never know that person. Because if your brethren Muhammad could say such a thing and you knew him so long, right? And you've been working with to hear that came out of his mouth, you never know a person, don't care how long you know them. Right? And that ain't nice. That was not nice because all you don't ever preach that on that program. We live in Trinidad. We are Trinbagonians. We ain't no Indian and African. But the PNM government from inception, Heavy, that was the split. That PNM government make a split in this country since I've been a child. Yeah. Because going to school you're hearing, hey, you's a coolie boy. Hey, you's a nigger boy.
Hey, what's your language?
And this is how they used to, approach you in my time in going to school. You understand? And we need to change that. But like it ain't changing at all. Grown people still talking this race talk.
Yeah.
Right? Heavy, before I go, I would like to say a big thank you my vehicle broke down on Thursday evening around the Savannah. Right around by Republic Bank Credit Card Center. And either three or four young ladies now coming from lunch saw me. It was my daughter, my grandbaby, and myself. And those four young ladies passed and they looked at us. Then they came back out. And they went and get help to push the car back at the side of the road where we will be safe and traffic could flow.
Right.
The gentlemen came out and the young ladies came back out to make sure if we wanted water or we want to come inside and sit in the bank in the air condition. Heavy, I would love to tell them, whoever listening and could pass the message, although we told them thanks, but I want to do it publicly. We have nice people in this country, and that is why we need to treat everybody with respect and love. The security and all came out heavy. And make sure, because I had to leave my daughter in the car and take the baby home with another vehicle because the record didn't come on time. Thank you very much to Republic Bank Credit Card Center, staff and security. God bless you all and continue doing the good work.
All right, thank you.
Have a good evening too. Until tomorrow, please God.
Thank you, darling. Take about 2 or 3 more calls and then we want to go switch gears, right? Caller.
Calls a little slow because we YouTube no billing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Have one.
So, caller.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I just want to say condolences to TC and his family.
Yes.
And one more thing, Heavy, is that I don't think David Mohammed fought in that trap. I think David Mohammed is fueling the fire with that statement. If you look at YouTube and all the other apps and things, watch how many people is having this negative thing out more constantly thing. We don't need this in our country, you know.
Nah.
We don't need this, brother. We've been through enough for 9 years. We need some peace now in this country.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, we are come back in. Blessed evening and condolences to TC.
Yes.
But Heavy.
Yeah?
Heavy. I understand what you're saying, right? But here what I know. Here what I sure about Heavy. I sure that was going to happen. Here why. Heavy, you know if an East Indian woman to look out for Africans more than an African Prime Minister? I know distractions was going to come from that. If you're watching news, if you're watching media, you hardly seeing anybody talking about that.
They're not talking about it.
Exactly. I know the distraction was going to come to try to distract the people away from the government. The previous government was blocking this bank for over 4 years.
Yeah.
So now for an East Indian woman to come, who are trying to put for the longest while the racist card for Bangladesh and Delhi. She come and do that? Yes, the PNM run. And they talk about going to remove Christopher Columbus statue and name piece of the Oxford Street Kwame Ture. Everybody know Eric Williams is who blocked Kwame Ture, ban him,
exile him from coming to Trinidad. Yes.
The whole world know that?
Yep. Including Brother David Mohammed. Including Brother David Mohammed.
Come on. So now they're coming out to play and they're talking about Kwame Ture. Look how long Kwame Ture dead and gone. Or they're not realizing it. But every is because the Indian woman, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bistessa, going to break barriers when PNM even said break.
Correct. Correct.
They have to distract the public.
Correct.
They have to distract the public. But I say, I understand you, everybody. I bashing him. Because I'm a partner too. I'm sure somebody went in a community center like me.
Yeah.
I go there religiously. But I hear my brother do so and do that. I have to bash him because we said we are the future talk. We not no party. When we see something right, we say it right. When we say it wrong,
it's
we say
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
So I bashing him and I told him his phone. So I do it behind his back. I told him.
Yeah.
Come on, Heavy. He's the man who brought me to the light of the affairs them bank.
Yes.
And that you don't have enough proof.
And you was the one who sent some information for me about it.
Oh, exactly from him.
Yeah, from him. Yeah.
So how now you not putting at your phone burner? Come on, Heavy.
All right.
Let me enjoy your day.
All right. Thank you. All right, Director, no more calls because I'm looking to switch gears. Now, as promised last week, I said I'm going to do, well, at least I wasn't going to do a whole show, but I said at least we'll do an hour, right? Surrounding well, a lot of people was calling last week and talking about the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, and I said I want to do an aspect of him on my show. So I'm taking this little time here now to do that, right? So I want to start by playing one video. There's a lot of videos on him, but I want to start on this particular video, right? So that for the people who don't know who we're talking about, you can get a gist of what is happening right now in his country and what he's doing. So, Director, play the video.
If you still don't understand why Western authorities have tried to unalive the new leader of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, 18 times, let me put it to you very simply. I'll give you a business example, okay, for all of our business experts out there. Previously, Burkina Faso was being paid $1 billion a year by a foreign company for the golds that they were digging out of the ground in their own country. Seems like a lot of money, right? But the fact is, these foreign parasites were robbing Burkina Faso of their gold and other precious minerals for pennies on the dollar and selling them for exorbitant rates on international markets. Now, in just a few months since these gold mines have started to operate once more under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso, just 35 years old, guess how much money they've made in just a few months? $18 billion. They were getting absolutely robbed by the colonial interests who have completely screwed over Africa for generations. And finally, there's a leader who said, not anymore. We are going to get our fair share. That's exactly what Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are all doing. And that's why Western leaders are so scared about his exceptional leadership, because they understand that this visionary mindset will not just stay contained in Burkina Faso. In fact, if left unchecked, which God willing it will be, this sort of mindset, a pan-African vision for sovereignty in Africa, will spread throughout the whole continent.
Right. So that just to give you guys just lower back down inside, right? Again, I echo, just lower back down there. That just to give you guys a fair understanding of what is happening in Africa right now. And it started with Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traoré. And a lot of people is trying to compare what Ibrahim Traoré is doing in his country of Burkina Faso and saying, well, if he is doing that for his people, and there's a lot of other videos. There are countless videos. If you just type in Burkina Faso, you're going to see a lot of videos. He's opening mega farms. He's building roads, highways, airports. he's taking the prisoners and them from the jails and putting them to work, right? He has bought tractors and open schools, and he have opened a free technical university, right? Free of charge, and the children who go into the school, who sign up to go to the school, getting free meals, plus they getting a stipend, you understand? And plus they getting a campus to live on in the university. He's going to open, he's opening a car industry for Africa, where they're going to make their own cars and all these things. A lot of things he's doing, right? He's making their own medicine. They have their own pharmaceutical company. He's manufacturing their own medicines. They're going to make the largest tomato factory in Africa. All these things. There's a lot of videos. And I know this because I was caught up watching all the videos, right? That all the achievements of Ibrahim Traore and what he was doing in Burkina Faso in Africa. And because of him, neighboring countries like Niger and some other countries that is close to him, they are also doing the same, right? And they will try to assassinate him 18 times, right? And they in the West, they keep propagating him to be a tyrant or a dictator. Now, I want to explain to people of Trinidad and Tobago, right, why what Ibrahim Traore is doing in Burkina Faso is successful and what he's doing is good, why it cannot happen here in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I need you to understand this. It's simple like this, right? Ibrahim Traore took over the country via a coup, right? So he hoisted and removed the sitting government that was running the country via a coup d'etat, a military coup. And he took over the country by force, right? And when he came into power via the military coup, right, he removed the whole government system and ideology and the constitution and all that was running that government is no more. So everything has to go through him, right? Understand what I'm saying? Everything that he's doing is of his choice. What he chooses to do, right? There's no opposition, there's no legislation, there's no going to parliament and then have to pass the law in upper house and then pass in the lower house and then that. It's no cabinet, it's not like that. Ibrahim Traore, if he get up in the morning and say, hey, we're doing so and so, that going to happen. Right? It doesn't have no, we call it procurement legislation to pass in order for money to come out to pay to do certain things. No. Right? We go and build a highway. How much money to go and cost? All right, take that money from so and pay them people that go ahead and do the highway. Then people so to get this, yeah, take that money from there to the thing. And now, as they're now running the country for himself, right? All the resources and all the gold and all the everything that the country has, right? He's now taking that money and using it to build these things to benefit the people of Burkina Faso. This is an example of a guy who have extreme limited power. He have extreme power in his country, but he's doing the right thing with the power that he has. Right? Understand what I'm saying? Ibrahim Traore, right, is taking the resources of the country that belongs to the people and giving it back to the people and using it to benefit the people and not politicians. Right? So no sitting government institution in the world want to see that work. Understand what I'm saying? Because they have painted a picture in our minds that once one man is controlling everything, he's a dictator, right? And he evil, and he wicked. They want us to believe that democracy is the only thing that could work. Not communism, not socialism, and definitely not dictatorship. Right? The Western world wants you to believe that only communism, only democracy is the only way that can work. Freedom, the so-called freedom that we feel we have. Right? But where did that have us? Where do we have us as a people? Democracy is disguised. And I don't want to go deep into that because that's a whole next level. So I just want to go back to Ibrahim Traore, right? He is doing something, right, that Gaddafi was doing in Libya for his people, right? That several other leaders who are considered to be dictators were doing for their people in their country, right? With a dictatorial leadership, everything is beginning and ending with the leader. Now, this is a kind of two-sided of a knife kind of fold, two-sided fold, right? Because if Burkina Faso had gotten a tyrant to overthrow the government, he now could have decided, all right, all the money from the gold and all the cobalt and all the riches of the country I taken for myself. I mean, going to give the people that they wasn't getting nothing anyway. You understand? So I'm not going to get them nothing. And he could have taken everything we sell, bank it, put it in some place in Switzerland, take it, and understand what I'm saying? But because he's genuine and he's doing all this for his people, he's looked up as a hero. Right? And the West cannot afford that to work. That's why they're trying to execute him, because he's now showing up not only that they were robbing the country and taking all the resources and giving them next to nothing, but also that he's now allowing other African countries to think the same way, right? And get freedom from these Western colonial powers. Understood? And that is why we cannot, that wouldn't work in our country, because we're still in a democratic state where everybody had to vote for the leader, and you had to, it had a constitution, and it had laws, and you had to do certain things in order for this to work. So come, like I get up in the morning and say what? Right? I go and give everybody in Trinidad and Tobago $1,000. No, that had to pass through all kind of different things. I had to go up a house to a house. No, Ibrahim Traore can say I can get up in the morning and give everybody $1,000 US. And he don't have to pass through nobody. That good and get done. You understand? If he said that. And that was how it is go. Right? So, we're taking some calls. The numbers are called 744-7325. I just wanted to share that, highlight on that, so people could understand that what is happening in Burkina Faso can happen here.
Heavy. You can also remind the last place I tried that was Grenada and assassinate Maurice Bishop. Yes,
Grenada. Maurice Bishop tried that in Grenada, and they assassinated him. Most leaders that try that, they get assassinated. Right? Caller? Oh, we haven't called yet. Right? So we're taking your calls, we're talking. Right? Caller? Oh, we're going for a break, sorry. So we're going for a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue the conversation, and we're going to take your calls.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy and TC, now it's we turn.
We are the leaders of Marriage of Marriages Ministry. I am Apostle Joel Barrett.
I am Shaman Barrett.
We are inviting you to join us for the program Back to Eden every Tuesday at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. with repeats. Let's return to the foundation of perfect love through dynamic topics of healthy marriages, relationships, love, and truth. Come, walk with us in perfect love.
Join us on Real TV.
Are you ready to kickstart your career? It's time to be your own boss. Present your own ideas. Control your own narrative. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow your voice to be heard. Host your show with us at Real TV. Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384-7142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV. Looking for music that moves your heart and captivates your soul? Real Radio sets the mood, where sound becomes emotion and every moment pulses with real rhythm. From the hits you love to the voices that speak truth. It's real facts, real talk, real music. Listen live at realtv.radiostream321.com.
This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy and TC. Now it's we turn.
Yes, so just remember, you can go ahead and like and subscribe the new YouTube page, right? That's realtv.tt. That's realtv.tt, right? Go ahead, like, subscribe our new YouTube page, and get everyone that you know that wasn't here today on that new page. As I want to mention, the old page was reported, right? Somebody reported the page and because they don't like what we're saying, then paying them again. And and YouTube blocked the page until 2030, right? So we have made a new page, so we want to get our numbers back up. So get everyone on board on this new realtv.tt page, right? And also, something else I wanted to mention. Yes, Real Radio will be coming soon, right? Yes, Real Radio will be coming to you, and we're going to be streaming live Real Radio. That's coming. And of course, we're on the Tego app, so check us out on the Tego app. I tell you, we're doing it. You know, we're doing it real good here, right here on Real TV. Right? So, without further ado, if you want, you can call us now. I know some of you still asking what happened to TC. TC father passed away, so he wouldn't be here with us today. I don't know if he will be here with me tomorrow, right? But you know, he have to go through that grieving process.
And you can also let them know, even though the radio not up and running fully, we still going live on radio even now, eh?
Okay.
But what I'll do, I'll post up the link for the radio tomorrow.
Okay, so the link for the radio will be posted up on the screen tomorrow. So you will get into that. The radio will be up and running. So you can go onto the radio stream and listen to the radio. Right? Right. So, Director, I want to open the lines. Right? The numbers to call, 744-7325. That's 744-7235. I know a lot of people are still trying to take it. Oh, yeah, 7325. Sorry, 744-7325. Right? I know some of you are not on the live because the live, we switch on you And the YouTube page, so our numbers are not up and running as how we used to be before, but I know most of you guys are watching us on TV. So, caller.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, the Maurice Horsley again.
Okay, let me send out a sympathy to the brother TC. May the soul of the faithful departed, and may the martyrs usher his father into paradise. Yes, my sympathy and condolences to his family. You there?
Yeah, here.
And let me say good afternoon to Mova Defender, my good brother, if he's listening. You must make a call to me. Let me come to that fellow who you're discussing in Africa. You see, when you have a country with a constitution that governs you, it is difficult for me to do what that brother is doing in Africa.
Yeah.
Our constitution is a creature that line up in a particular way, and that is why we cannot really deliver the goods and services. Yeah?
Correct.
It's critical, but I am standing and holding faith that our Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Harris, she will and she's willing to deliver the goods and services to the citizenry. And I think that is our hope with Ms. Kamala Harris to take and give the poor and vulnerable. And when you have a leader can sort of bypass the Constitution and to deal with the poor and vulnerable, I think that is what Ms. Bissetta is doing. I thank you for allowing me this contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Tabakit. Thank you so much for your contribution, right? And I understand what you're saying, right? And I believe that they're going to get the job done. They're going to get the job done. You see, we yet to understand in this country what is good governance. We don't have a clue or idea what is good governance. Especially the people who live in here that haven't traveled. You see, if you haven't traveled and go to other countries to see, and I'm not talking about the United States, I'm not talking traveling to the United States. The United States is no way to go to see no example of how to run no country. Right? When I say people who have traveled certain parts of the globe, not the United States. Right? And see what is good governance. When you go to places like New Zealand, you understand? You go to China. You go to Russia. You go to countries like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Qatar. You understand? You see how countries like Denmark and these countries, Switzerland and all these countries, when you go to these countries, Japan, you understand? And you see how they run their country. And sometimes you don't even have to leave you don't have to leave here and fly to go there. No, you go on the media, go on YouTube, go on TikTok, go and type in these countries and how they are governed. And watch videos. And you can see these countries amazing. The people there, I tell you, I saw a video in Singapore where the guy who was doing an experiment, he sit down in a mall by a table, by a cafe in a table, like an open cafe in a mall, with thousands of people passing. And he had a laptop with a bag next to the laptop, and you just get up and leave the laptop there as an experiment with the bag, right? He leave for about 6 hours deliberately and came back and saw and say his laptop, his bag, and everything there, nobody interfere with it, nobody touch it, nobody move it. And thousands of people passing, sitting all around him and thing. And he do that experiment to show that in this country, people don't thief. In the Swiss, if you walking in the road and 100 is blowing on the ground, you leaving it because you don't need it. You understand? People, in these countries, the people and them is get up every morning, take a run, take a drink, lime, they don't even have to work if they don't want to. Because the country so well put together and so so beneficial to the people, right? I forget that there's a country that you don't have to pay to travel to go nowhere, right? You walk out the road, and every half an hour, on the hour, a bus passing. So all you have to do, watch your time, 6 o'clock, you reach out the road, you jump in that bus, you're not paying. The bus drop him tongue, right? You have to get next bus to go somewhere, jump in that bus, you're not paying. All right? You could go from South to Tongue to Toko to Grandi to Mayaro, and you're not paying. And you go for bus to bus, and you guarantee a bus every half an hour on the hour passing. So even if you miss the bus, in the next half an hour, next bus is coming, guaranteed. To go to and from your destination, wherever you want to go, any part thereof. That is performance when you talk about transportation system. We can't even get that right here. We can't get water right. Imagine we live on an island surrounded by water. We have all these water courses. Diego Martin River, Marva River, Santa Cruz River, all these rivers, Caroni River, Oropun River, all these rivers. All these water courses where water flowing right through whole day, whole night, water just flowing. And we can even capture that water and put it in a pipe to run to people's homes. And when rain falls, we have so much water that we flooding out with water. If rain falls too hard, the whole place flooding out with water. But we had days of water, you getting water twice for the week. We have places where people only getting water once for the week. People still toting water. We can't even get water right. We can't get transport right. We can't get water right. We can't get education right. We can't get health care right. Don't talk about health care. We yet to know about good governance in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a pitch lake and had the worst set of roads, and our pitch paving roads all over the world. Our pitch is being used to pave roads all over the world, and we can't even pave our own roads in Trinidad properly. Everywhere it goes, a pothole and a sink and a bump. And all that is because of poor, mismanaged, corrupt governments that we have here. And majority, 99% of that is PNM. And I don't see how come we don't see that. We have to get it right. We have to fix this country. Director on the calls come here, go send them in for me. Right? Yeah.
Slow calls, they're going slow.
Yeah, today, I know today is a funny day because how we went down over the weekend, right? And I must say, happy Emancipation Day to all who are celebrating Emancipation over the weekend, right? So, I understand. Yes, Systematic 62 saying it's so disgusting. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. I watching a documentary of a country in Asia, right? They had a serious garbage problem. I mean, they had too much garbage because of the population using up so much garbage that they decided to use the garbage as they've come up with a plan to burn the garbage, and the furnace of burning the garbage was that burning giving the country electricity. So the burning garbage should give you electricity, right? It was so successful that the electricity bills and rates went right down. right? Because the fuel they're using to give you electricity is garbage. You know what started happening? They started to buy garbage. So people now were selling their garbage to the electricity company in order to get for money. Now they have no more garbage. They have so less garbage in the country. They start to import other countries' garbage. They're importing garbage from neighboring countries. All the water garbage, bring it for we. We go burn it. We want that garbage to make electricity. We have a dump in the Labas when they headed into Port of Spain, reaching up in the sky like a mountain. You know? All I ever watch the dump, when they're driving down in Port of Spain, look to the left. All I realize is a mountain we making there. Years ago, that garbage, used to see the garbage is flat. Now, it's like a hill, up in the air, going up and up and up. So we don't even have an idea to come up with ways and means to use our garbage for energy. There's so much things happening all over the world that we could use here in Trinidad and Tobago. So much. So much. We don't even need to rely on oil and gas. I was telling people, right? In the 80s, Trinidad and Tobago was #1 in tourist destination, you know. We were #1, you know. We had beat back Bahamas, Barbados, the Virgin Islands. We had beat back all of them. We had the top-notch spot to visit in the Caribbean in the 80s. Tobago was #1 for years as the prime ideal location to visit in the Caribbean. Tobago. If you go to any country in the outside in Europe, in UK or America, and you're watching TV, you're sure to see an advertisement come up on the screen telling you, come to Jamaica. Come to Jamaica. Come to Barbados. You're not seeing nothing saying come to Trinidad and Tobago. Ask anybody, ask any of my foreign listeners, they will watch TV, you watching TV, and you seeing ads coming up. Come to Jamaica for vacation. Come to Barbados. You're not seeing come to Trinidad and Tobago. Caller.
Hello.
Yes, brother.
Yeah. As you're talking about the garbage that are using to make electricity and things. Right?
Yeah.
Just imagine, we have a pitch lake here. A neighbor of mine, right? He went to South Korea and then taking repitch. I mean, we see the road in South Korea, like glass, and then buying pitch somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
He said the road like glass over there and then buying pitch somewhere.
Correct.
Then this PNM government really cut this country. Check from 1965. They look up the rail. We had train here. They done away with County Limited. They done away with petrol train. Right?
Yep.
Soon, if you notice, people don't want to invest under this PNM government. I'll tell you something. Soon as Manning come and he win the election, you notice metal goes on and he gone. I live in Rice, California here. And that point, just estate there look like a ghost town now.
Wow.
In the night, they still look like broad daylight. about 5 methanol plants them closed down here already.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Your radio, your TV was loud in the background there. Yeah, but I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you understand. We had no right to have poor people here, bad road here, all them things we having right now. All we going to try right now, we have no right to have that. You all don't know, but Brazil is the largest sugarcane producer in the world. Brazil still have sugarcane refinery and corn. And you know why? There's a fuel called ethanol. And it's a biofuel developed using sugarcane and corn. And ethanol is used in rockets, spaceship exploration in rockets, and racing cars. It's a biofuel. And their economy is thriving on that. We close down our sugarcane industry. Our housing situation, where people are to be lining up and waiting for the years for a house, for a government house, where people begging are to be paying rent all over the place, paying $2,000-$3,000 rent every month just to live in an apartment. Right? Let me tell you what the government of Singapore do. The government of Singapore built thousands of flats. Thousands of flats. In the UK, they call it a flat. Right? But it's apartment buildings. Right? Apartment buildings high, up in the sky. 15, 20 stories high. You understand? All over different cities and towns and provinces. Right? And everybody in Singapore have to live in a house. Isn't that like you're homeless? That house is yours. Go and live there. But when you get the house, right, you're getting it semi-furnished. Washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, right? You got to buy your own bed and your own thing. I think again, a wardrobe and toilet and bath, everything. Right? And let me tell you, everybody who living in the house, right? There's something called a housing tax that comes out of your salary before you get paid. Just like how they take out NIS and health surcharge and thing. There's a small percentage fee of housing tax that you take off of your pay, right? And that is what paying for your house. So just like how they're taking out your income, your NIS, and they're taking out your health surcharge, you're taking off for your housing, right? So everybody in the country that when they work and get paid, you pay your housing. And even though you don't have a flat and you have your own house, you still pay towards those housing that people building. So nobody without a home have a home. That's how the government take getting back the money for building those housing. You understand? And when they accumulate all the money for the year, they have people maintaining and taking care. But they have rules and regulations. They can't hang out clothes and all them things. They have to get a washer and dryer and all them things. But you living in there with your family, and if you're ready to get your own, they have one for you when they reach the age that you're working and things, and they start to take all that, you could get one too. Caller.
Good afternoon, Heavy.
Yes, good afternoon.
Condolences to TC, boy. You know, talking right for Eggman.
Hey, Eggman. Hey, what up, brother? What's up, Eggman?
That's cool. Watch now, I just want to say one thing concerning the thing with David Mohammed.
Yeah.
I wonder if the PNM government they do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stand wrong. I wonder if it see the same thing.
I wonder too.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that's a good point. Thank you, brother. That's a good point. If the PNM government is passing Stand Your Ground Act, if you would have said the same thing.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Yes, Semantic 62. It's like your loan, right? But if you really check it, it's cheaper than paying rent. As soon as the salary hit the bank, they're taking all the money for the housing, yes. But it's cheaper than paying rent. You just paying a fraction monthly out of your salary, right? For the house. But the idea of having everybody in a home, you have nobody struggling for home, they eliminate their citizens from paying rent and absorb it on rent to live. So they could concentrate and focus on building their family life, it's in those countries they understand family values and bringing up family in a good upside. You have no right to go and rob nobody because you have a house that you rather sell it to pay no rent. You get semi-furnished, all you might have to buy is a bed. All you might have to buy is a bed. If you fit to buy a TV or a radio or whatever you have, you buy it if you want with your money. Your money now going to do other things than having to pay rent. Think about it. If everybody have a home, right? And all the government doing is taking all the little tax out of your salary when the month come towards our home. Right? Once you're living in a home, you're getting your tax coming out. You understand? You now living, you're feeling a little easier, a little burden easier. You understand? All that is to buy food, take care of your children, you know, and you're good to go. You have no rent to pay. You understand? So, we have about 2 more minutes. If you want to take a call right now, we're going to have about 2 more minutes before we go. Don't forget, we have the new YouTube channel, which is realtv.tt. Right? That's realtv.tt. Right? And of course, Real Radio is on. Right? By tomorrow, you're going to see the link up on the screen. So, I think they go here outside Real Radio too.
The teaser is realtv.radiostream321.com.
All right, so I don't know the hear any inside.
I can go out.
Yeah, we don't hear director.
Hold on,
Cause I don't have the paper in front of me.
Yeah, they're supposed to be here, but they're out of the mix.
Right.
realtv.radiostream321.com.
Right.
So tomorrow I'm going to have that up on the screen for them.
Yes. Right? So people, don't forget tomorrow we're going to be back here, same time, same place. I want to say thank you to everyone for locking on this afternoon. Once again, I want to say condolences to my brother TC on the passing of his dad. Right? Hopefully, I don't know if he feel better tomorrow, he might come out. Otherwise, I'm going to be here tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to do a nice show for tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow we're starting at 3 p.m. Right? And we will be back here tomorrow on Real TV. Right? So, until tomorrow, the future of talk is out. Keep it locked.
The views and opinions expressed in the preceding program were solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of Real TV, its affiliates, or sponsors.
And from parliament to pavement, from the classroom to corner shop, this is where real talk start. Heavy and TC, the future of talk. Monday to Friday, the people tune in. Let the truth begin. Politics, justice, and social repair. Education, sport. Yeah, we go in there. The voices of young and elders too. Solutions rising like morning dew. This is the future of talk. We standing firm. Heavy and TC, now it's we turn. Government strong, and the people speak. Solutions real, not once a week. Talk about crime, but we talk about cure. Hope and change for rich and poor. Local news and international view. We reasoning proud and staying true. This is the future of talk. He's standing firm. Heavy NTC, it's the people's turn. Yeah, man. From parliament to pavement, from the classroom to corner shop, this is where real talk starts.